we've just watched the entire VHS series.
Apart from one.
Minus one, because we are not being scammed.
We already pay for Shudder. We're not buying viral.
We got Prime and Shudder. What more do they want from us?
So I don't know, like, if you've never heard of the VHS series, it is what it sounds like. It's found footage. Originally started in the format of VHS tapes. It goes to not that later on. It's really good. Like, I quite like a found footage film anyway. And as always, because there's so many films, there's a really nice mix of really good ones and really bad ones.
Yeah, it is an up and down journey.
Yeah, so the first VHS, I think all the stories were good. Like, and they worked well together and they made sense. And then you go to the second one, that film's awful.
We didn't get on with that film.
No, and it almost like sucked the life out of us for having to watch like 5 more. Yeah. We were like, nah, there's no way the first one's so good and the rest are going to be so bad.
But we kept at it, and our favourite one ended up not being the first one.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think, as we are at our slumber party today, obviously, this is a great franchise to have on in the background as well, if you don't want to completely focus on something, because like we said, each tape's what, 10-15 minutes?
No, they must be longer than that.
There's 5 or 6 in a film.
And they're like 2-hour-long films.
Okay. 20 minutes? They're short films either way. So if you can just tune out for one, tune back in, and then if you think, oh, I've missed one, you can just go watch it again. Because they're all, as much as there is an overlying
vibe,
like the vibes and themes and what's it called? There is like a story that sort of connects them together as to where they've been found.
Yeah, so you've got obviously like the main arc going on.
Yeah.
Which is a story or a documentary
Okay, here's the
something
deal.
like that
We're
happening.
gonna break into this house, and all we have to do is steal this one VHS tape.
And then it cuts to the found footage films that are all done by like independent directors.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what's great about it as well.
Yeah, and then they all have creative freedom. They basically will get told, we're doing this based on this, off you trot. There's VHS, VHS 2, VHS Viral, which is the one we haven't watched. VHS 94.
Yep.
85, 99, and then beyond.
Yep.
Smashed it.
Yeah. There's a lot of videos out there of people ranking the films and the individual tapes all in order, but we didn't want to do that.
There's too many.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about our favourite ones with you.
So one of our favourite clips is actually the very first one in the very first film, so in the first VHS, and these kind of like, I don't know how to describe them. It's supposed to be like rowdy youths.
Yeah, if they were in the UK, I would describe them as like lads, you know? Like those groups of boys you see on night out that you just like, oh, stay away from them.
Yeah, like they're inherently not very nice people. They do a lot of drugs, but they're going out to some bar or whatever. But they have like secret glasses that have a camera in them. There's a bit like the nerdy one, I suppose, of the nerdiest of the lot. They get him to wear these secret glasses out. And to be fair, for the most part, you're just like following them on their night out. But you are inherently aware that there is like a really weird girl like following them. And she takes a liking to the young nerdy lad. She really hates the like main dick dude.
Oh yeah, she's
like, oh, it's in my hair, bro. But like they've done her so well. Like she has these big beady eyes. They're almost too far apart. She just looks off, like from the get go. You're like, this girl's a freak.
Yeah, when we first saw her, I thought she looked like something like Lovecraftian.
Oh, Kim, you said she looked like fish people?
Yeah, she looked like one of the fish people in Lovecraft.
Yeah, which sent us spiraling because we were like, there's something up with here. Like, this is not a normal person. Why is your application so much better than mine?
Look at you, put your hands to the camera. This is my application.
It's on the back of my hand, it's on my leg. Well, yours is opened better than mine. I have to like
Yeah,
squeeze
do you want
it.
some of mine?
Oh no, look at this. I've got to like squeeze it to the top and then scoop it out. I know there's a cat hair on me. There's something in my eye.
It's in your hair as well.
Yeah, it's also in my hair that I just washed this morning, so love that for me. Where I get to? Yeah, so they ended up, this fish-looking girl has a hot friend, and the dick guy's trying to pull her. Are they friends? Or are they just me?
I thought, yeah, they both just met at the club, I think, but they
banded together,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, they all go
girlies.
back together.
Yeah, and they've got this motel room, and they all go back. And, like, everyone, you know what's going to happen, right? There's so many of them. They're like, cool, we're going to go back. And this fish-looking girl, I'll say, takes a liking to the nerdy guy. Don't know if he's, like, a virgin or anything, but there's obviously, like, they're going to get busy. And then the hot girl and the dick guy, they're in the other bed getting busy. And then there's just guy number 3, just yeah, he was just chilling, like, he was just having a bev.
He was,
just
he was on the chef's chair, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, the chef's chair. Where all the cooking be happening. I think I'm done. Am I covered?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. This is very overstimulating. Yeah.
Good enough for me.
The hot girl like passes out because she's so drunk, and then the dick guy he basically just tells the nerdy guy to like piss off. He's like, move over, let the professionals handle this. And so the nerdy guy goes to the bathroom all annoyed, but then he starts hearing all this like banging about. And at this point, I had, using Kim's looks like a fish person, had like guessed what she was. Oh my god.
I can cut it if you need to go to the bathroom to clean up.
Yeah. Do you want to finish telling the story?
Oh, sure, yes.
I'll be right back.
Right, so... Sorry, you should have been watching it. So, nerdy guy's in the bathroom. The other guy's taken over. However, obviously this lady, she only liked the nerdy guy. She doesn't like these other guys. So they start getting freaky. And it's very clear she's very, like, sort of uncomfortable and unused to what's happening. So they start getting freaky. And the guy comes out of the bathroom. And we see her getting a little unfriendly with him. She starts attacking these guys. Her head opens up. She's got little fish feet.
Right. So you got to the point where she attacked the dick guy? Or just all of them?
Just the dick guy. Like they're fucking and her head opened up.
God, yeah, it was disgusting. It was really well done, actually. Like, we were quite shocked when it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she eats him. Don't know what more to say. She didn't like him, she didn't want him, so she eats him. And then the other guy on the chef's chair, he starts freaking out. So he runs to the bathroom, as you would do. And then the nerdy guy, but he's still wearing these glasses. Like, this is what the entire point of view is from. And then they keep going, like, back into the room, but then go running back into the bathroom. And me and Kim were like, leave.
Get out.
Leave. Even, like, while she's, like, eating one of them, so she just kills, like, the 2 other guys. And the nerdy guy with the glasses has obviously been left alive because she's taken a liking to him. And while she's, like, busy eating, he's, like, stalling. And we were like, get out of the room. Just get out of the room, run. So he finally does. Falls down the stairs. Break his leg?
No, he broke his arm. Because we were like, why is he not continuing running even though he's just broken his arm?
Yeah, so he broke his arm. She, like, then there's, like, a bit of a chase scene. He don't make it out.
I guess gets taken away.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
he don't make it out. But anyway, so she grabs him. And just flies off.
Yeah.
I don't really know why.
She likes him. She's taking him back.
I just, like, I don't know why she was flying. That bit still baffles me. I don't know why, when she gathered the ability to fly.
It's a siren. We don't know what that is.
Yeah, twist on a classic, I suppose. the fish people take to the sky. And yeah, but then you have the last thing you see is him falling. Does she drop him or does she just drop the glasses?
We don't know.
But anyway, there's like obviously the falling of the camera, unsure whether he's still wearing the glasses or not. And then that's it.
Yeah. And this segment is directed by David Brooker, who has done things like he's done some big stuff like the Hellraiser remake, Night House, other things. And he's also the director that does Total Copy, which is like the bookend story of the 84 one, I think. You know, where it's like the creature that's like mimicking people, like a documentary.
No.
There's a bookend surrounding story in 84 where it's like a documentary of these scientists studying this creature they've found, and it turns out it can mimic people that it hasn't seen.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it becomes like a Cthulhu monster at the end. Spoilers, sorry.
This all channel spoilers. It's okay.
But that is one of my favourite segments of the entire thing. So I think that's great. He's very good at tension.
Yeah.
Because we were the entire time we were watching that, we were like, oh.
Well, to go even before, like obviously the horror part of it started. Like the guys were so awful that you didn't know what they were gonna do. Like when the girl passed out, we were like,
yeah, we will say VHS 1. It makes you very uncomfortable around the theme of grape. But it feels like very lads with a VHS camcorder.
yeah.
I think that's what makes it great. Like there's one bit where he's like secretly filming his girlfriend when they're getting freaky, and then she finds it and it's like, the fuck are you doing?
But yeah, and obviously watching that as like from the female perspective, it's almost like it's a section of horror in its own.
Oh.
But literally we were sat there and we're like, please stop.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore.
Pass.
Also from VHS 1 is one of your favourites, Second Honeymoon, which is by Ty West, who most people probably know as the X franchise.
Yeah, Pearl.
Pearl, yeah, we love it.
Yeah, you're a nice guy.
We know him personally.
You personally know him, you know.
Oh, but this one's great because it's like really simple.
Yeah, there's like, well, the entire time out, because it comes immediately after the siren one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So you're obviously sat there thinking, oh, what's the supernatural aspect to this? So you're just on edge waiting for that.
Yeah, and there's a great use of camera work as well. Because remember that there's a part in it where the man is in like the bottom corner of the screen and the door to the bathroom is in the back.
Oh.
And it just keeps panning to this shot again and again.
Yeah, we just kept waiting for the jump scare for someone being in the bathroom or like peeking through the bathroom door at them, because even at night they left their bathroom light on, even in the dark, so you could just see this slither of light the entire time in frame. But it basically is like this one couple just milling about. They're going on like a road trip or something for their honeymoon. They're at a motel, which I thought was the same motel as the siren clip. It looked very similar, like
Yeah.
could almost be next door, but don't take our word on that. And then they get a knock on the door one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I might have to wash this off. It's burning my face.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is horrendous.
Kim take over too. So after the knock on the door, there is another great tension scene where we just see some night cam footage of this stalker in their room with them. And I don't want to give away the ending, but this happens over a couple of nights. And it's just really, at the end of the day, it's a great little love story. Now we're just going to switch over to talking to VHS 99 for a little bit, which was our favourite one.
Yeah.
The best vibes. Very much felt like 1999.
Like grunge core.
Yeah. Like Viva La Bam, Jackass, all those
Yeah, like
stupid
homemade prank tips.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just going to talk about a couple of them because all of that is such good vibes. But the one, I think my personal favourite one, is called Ozzy's Dungeon. And this sort of, it starts like a 1999 kids show. It's called Ozzy's Dungeon, it's an obstacle course that kids go through. But it very much reminds you of those kids shows like Nickelodeon when they used to slime people.
It also reminded me of like the vibes are very Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah.
Like that kind of ridiculousness.
Yeah, very big over the top, making them do stupid assault courses. But it's these kids that do it. And it takes a very sinister turn. The setup is that it's a body they've got to go through. We start at the mouth and we end up crawling out of the intestines. And this little girl gets chosen to have a go at the assault course. She almost makes it in time. Then unfortunately she has an injury.
Yeah, the prize is you get like your dream or a wish comes true. Yeah. So it's all to play for.
Yeah.
She could wish for anything really is what they made it sound like.
Yeah, literally your wish will come true if you finish. And she almost gets there. And she would have got there if another contestant didn't break her leg.
Yeah, that was gruesome. Straight off the bat, we were expecting something to happen after.
Yeah.
But then she like just straight up broke her leg. And we were just sat there with our mouths open like, what?
This little kid with her leg open.
Oh, probably like 10-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it was horrible.
And then the show ends, that's the found footage that we're watching. And then it reappears in this little girl's she's turned emo. The whole event turned her emo or goth.
Well, I suppose it was set in the 90s, so it was only really goth then. Kind of everyone was just referred to under that one umbrella term.
In
weren't they?
99, yeah. So emo didn't come about till like,
Well,
like
mid 2000s.
Yeah. I think I turned emo about 11, so it makes sense.
I'm turning emo at the ripe age of 28.
Yeah, it's never too late. Live those dreams. And it turns out that the mother of this child, who she's groomed this child to win this competition, she should have won, and she's kidnapped the host and makes him complete her own twisted version of the game show.
Disgusting. It's disgusting. So like you imagine like at one point she obviously makes him do it. Where she said he crawls out of the intestines. Yeah. It's exactly what you think he had to crawl through.
Yeah.
Foul feces. It's absolutely disgusting. They'd obviously tortured him beforehand. They'd like bright green acid.
Oh yeah, they use acid, but it's movie acid, so it's bright green.
Yeah, to show that it's acid. They obviously just made it green. The acid is not that colour. FYI. So they'd make him complete the obstacle course.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I did it. And they were like, no, you didn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, here he is.
Oh.
Well, we've got to talk about Ozzy's Dungeon. So, Ozzy, the presenter, to get out of this torture, he says, no, I can make your dreams come true. I can do it. I'll do it. So then we follow them back to the studio, which is a really bizarre twist because we find the second host, like the support host, is still in that building, just chilling there. And it turns out in this studio is a cave, and that's where they go to make their wishes.
The studio is perfectly intact, by the way.
Yeah,
Like the slide, the course that they'd done, because obviously it was shut down immediately once she'd like hurt her leg, and it seems that they just left it there.
Yeah, shut the door.
Shut the door, close it. No one needs to know what happened behind here. Don't burn it. Don't dismantle it. Just leave it. We'll never talk about it again. Leave Gladiator Woman in there as well.
But yeah, so we follow them into this cave, and not to spoil it for you once again, but it turns into a Cthulhu Lovecraftian horror. Well worth a watch. It's so 90s, it's brutal, Big special mention for the mum actress. She's fabulous.
Incredible. She was disgusting in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely foul woman, and we were just blown away by her acting. Like, I felt like her rage the entire time.
Yeah. You're scared of her through the screen. It's fantastic.
Fantastic actress, so she was.
Yeah. And so this one is directed by Flying Lotus, who is a rapper. A very successful rapper, actually. I've wrote down their achievements. Let me read them. So they have 6 studio albums, a Grammy, music video awards, and they've founded their own records called Brainfeeder Records. And they were only born in '83, so that's an insane amount of achievements. And to direct this, like, I've never heard of them, but rap is not my, just not my thing. I'm not really clued up on it. But when I found that out, I was like, that's insane.
He's in a lot of movies.
Crazy. And him being born in '83 as well, I think, really sums up like why it's so accurate to that 1999 aesthetic. Because Thierry would have been like in his later teens in '99, but he'll still be absorbing all that game show, kids entertainment stuff.
So another one that we really liked from '99, keep it in the family, is Suicide Bid, and it's essentially hazing for a sorority. So it cuts to your main girl, and it's like, what did they say? They had to like bid for like multiple sororities, or
Yeah, so I imagine the Americans will know better than us, but you bid for multiple sororities normally.
so then you have like backup plans, like, you know, so you're not left without. But then this one girl just only picks one sorority, and it's like the hardest one to get into. And they were like, oh, and her roommate was like, oh, but if you don't bid for anything else, like, what are you going to do if you don't get in? So anyway, as like a, what did she call it? Like a solo bid?
A suicide bid, it's called.
Oh, is that what it's actually called? Oh, right,
the...
well, that makes sense, doesn't it? It's all been painted together for me.
Because if you don't get it, you're committing social suicide.
Not do that. That's social suicide.
All or nothing. But anyway, so then like as a suicide bid, the girls from that sorority then pick her up. They've got her very drunk, and they take her out to this like through a crypt into a graveyard, and they've dug a hole, and there's a coffin in the bottom, and they tell the story of
Guillotine.
How was it? Guillotine was buried alive and haunts the ground.
Yeah, they played this prank on someone before, but they left the girl down there for 7 days instead of one night like they're supposed to do.
Yeah, so obviously this person died, and then they were telling the story about how like if you hear knocking, just ignore it, like trying to scare her. See, like hazing's a massive thing in like American sororities and frats or whatever. Again, I know nothing about them.
From what we know.
Yeah, from England. What can we tell you? So they convince her to get in this coffin. They give her a camcorder that has a light so she can see. Get her to record it. And did they let her have the bottle of booze, or did they take it off her?
No, they took that off her, but she was very, very
drunk. Yeah. And I was saying, like, if I was her, I'd have just gone to sleep. Well, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't have got in the coffin.
Yeah, no, who gets in the coffin? That's insane.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have got in the coffin, but then I would have just like gone to sleep. So then you cut to the camcorder of the girl lying in the coffin, and the knocking starts after like 5-10 minutes, wasn't it? It was like pretty early on, and you don't know actually what's happening. But then again, spoilers, it'll cut to the point of view from a second camcorder that the girls had, and it's them like banging on the coffin with like a stick. They pretended to bury her, but then the cops show up.
Yeah, so they're like, oh.
They were like, oh, like we'll get disbanded or like expelled or something if we get caught. So we were like, we'll just make a break for it now, and we'll just come back in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Thought nothing of it. So obviously to them this was just a harmless prank, and it seemed like they were gonna let her out eventually. They were just scaring her.
Yeah, they just wanted to scare her off.
But obviously when they were like stood around the top, again, you don't know what's happening still. So me and Kim were like, maybe it's witches.
Yeah. It looked very sacrificial.
Yeah, because they were like dancing with each other and like spinning around in circles, and we were like, oh, cult witches, like, because we'd not really seen a witches one yet.
No.
So I was waiting for it, but no, they're just some girls that did this hazing prank, and anyway, then you cut back to the camcorder of the girl in the coffin, but the banging does start again, but you know as the viewer that they're all gone, and basically, lo and behold, guillotine's real. And then it rains really heavy.
Well, yeah, that starts. So she starts to fill it with water,
And then it causes like the bank, because obviously this hole probably wasn't dug very well. So like the sides of the grave start crumbling in because it's raining so heavy, and like the coffin's like cracked down the middle, and there's like it's really weird. There's like a see-through bit,
like a
window.
cross is like a window.
Yeah, but it's like PVC. So then this fucking freaky bitch, guilty, don't look good, right? Just like appears, and you're like, holy shit. But this girl has made like next to no effort to get out of this coffin. She was just like lying there feeling sorry for herself. And we were like, where's your fight or flight?
Yeah, we were just screaming at the TV saying like, break the coffin, get out.
It's just like, it really annoys us when people have no survival skills, like at all. Like, I don't mind if you attempt to survive and things go wrong.
Yeah.
You tried your best. Do you know what I mean? What do you want me to say? But she made no effort. She would just continue to lie in this coffin. Thing fills up with water. The girls come back in the morning.
Yeah.
The girls come back in the morning, and in fair play to like two of them, they dive straight into this muddy
they were
pit.
good. Yeah.
And then they were like, what? So another one jumped in and got to the bottom, and they were like, oh my god, she's not there. And then, so obviously they agreed. They were like, right, we'll just never speak of this again. Like, she's obviously gone somewhere. She's either dead and someone's taken her, or like she's not coming back, basically. And then it's about, is it that night or a week later?
A week, because we were watching the time.
Yeah, we were keeping an eye on those timestamps. It then cuts to all four of those girls being buried in the coffins a week later to the day. And then they just get terrorized by the girl that they killed and guilty.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It was a nice twist.
Yeah. One thing for most of 99 though, there's a lot of zombies in it, and they do look plasticky.
Yeah.
But if you're there for a good time and you don't care too much.
They look like zombies made in the 90s though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like they've tried to fit in like what you can do now in regards to special effects and tried to slam that into like a 90s film. They look like 90s props. Like the face masks, it all looks like 90s stuff, which is mint.
There's really not a more appropriate look for us to talk about our final tape, which is The Subject. And this one is by an Indonesian director. I'm going to put the name on because I can't say it. Timo. And he's directed another short in VHS called Safe Haven. Remember the cult one?
No.
It's usually, that one is usually said to be the best short in the VHS series. But I really like The Subject because as a body horror loving bitch, it's fabulous. It's about this doctor who kidnaps patients to make them into machine human hybrids. It halfway through it sort of becomes like a video game, like a first person shooter. A little bit. I don't really play video games, but I sort of love Doom. Fucking great. The creatures as well, they kind of reminded me of like Silent Hill 2 monsters with the way that they moved. So there's like a female subject and a male subject. The male is very pyramid head-esque, and then the female sort of moves like a nurse. It's really freaky. It's really good at tension.
We were very confused for the first 10 to 15 minutes of it. I had not a clue what was going on. Like, because you just see that it's like done by the video diaries of the like mad scientist, and he never really shows you what the crack is. You just see him like talking, obviously it's translated into the screen, and then there's the whole sub story related to it going on. It's one of the only shorts that's like directly linked to the main story of one of the VHSs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rest are all just really random, whereas in 94?
Yeah, this is in 94.
Yeah, so like the main center part of the story that we say like is going on most of when they played the VHS one, it actually ends up being directly linked to this one, which took us by surprise.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like literally at the end we were like, wait, are they here? That's crazy.
Yeah. Mad shit. But it's a really simple story, but it's really because we witness most of it through one of the subject's eyes, so you don't get to see what they look like straight away, and it leaves you hanging on like 10-15 minutes till you see what they finally look like.
I think they look good.
They do look good. Really good effects in it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the worst effect in it is that very first baby head spider thing we see. That isn't great.
Disgusting.
But then it gets
Creepy
amazing.
little thing. Ugh. Anything spider related is a no from me. Ugh.
Yeah. No, we've just because the last one we watched was Beyond, and there's a little spider bit at the end of that. Lauren was not there for it.
I didn't look. I can't look at the screen. I can't even watch the second Harry Potter, like the spider bits in the Chamber of Secrets. I have to look away. It's truly a crime.
But yeah, it's one of my favourites. Very body horror, very actiony. It is very different to everything else. Like I say, it kind of like becomes a video game halfway through.
And one of the men tried to save her.
Oh yeah.
And then the other men come in and gun her down. And he's like, no, poor thing. You end up actually really like siding with like the poor humans that were altered and like forced to look this way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really sad.
Like her when she first sees herself in the mirror almost gave me like, you know, when in The Substance, which is like not the morphine scene at the end, but the like getting ready scene, and it's like really hate how you look. Yeah. Obviously it's a way more amplified version of it, but
yeah,
I got the same kind of vibes from it. She was just so sad looking at her appearance, and she looked foul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really sad hearing everyone else talk about her. They're like, oh, this used to be someone's daughter, but now it's a monster. And it's like, no, she still has the same brain.
Bless her. She just has like a gun for an arm. It's mint.
Hey, she does some damage, she's good.
I'm doing it. Let's cut it off.
Oh, you look moist.
Thanks.
So now we've done our beauty procedures, we've become new women. Skin is definitely not worse than it was before.
Oh, it's red.
But those are some of our favourite tapes. You should really check it out, it's a fun series.
Yeah, we enjoyed all of them, even the bad ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, so it's time for bed.
Good night all.
Good night.